screaming, bush slide, then you might have something. But you don't address any issues, and you don't have anything Americans want. You know, you don't offer anything Americans want.
After 9/11, George Bush hired a guy who was in charge of Arabian horses to be the head of FEMA. After 9/11, after the worst tragedy in American history, George Bush hired a guy who was in charge...
Queen crap. Tabloid drama queen crap again. How many times I heard the tabloid drama crap? You know, that's why you're getting nowhere in Senate and Congress, you know, in the House, you're just falling all apart.
Isn't Brown the guy that was worried about his clothes while people were drowning in Louisiana? Isn't it? Isn't it true, Fried? Isn't it true, Fried, that Brown was the guy looking for pants while people were drowning in Louisiana? Huh?
All right?
Fried, seriously. Talk about Brown. Talk about Brown. Talk about Brown and looking for pants while people in Louisiana were drowning and out of water. Talk about the Republicans who talk about God.
That's your own party stands for.
See, listen to what this girl is saying. She will not even admit that George Bush made any mistakes at all.
Where yet? You know, they're pets for the Democratic Party, and if you want to believe their lies, you go right ahead. You go right ahead and do it. Because you're spilling lies in here and tabloid crap. You know, the real world isn't like that. This is America. We have mass media.
Right. Have you listened to
Lie all you want. It's not going to do you any good. We know the real truth. We know what's going on. We've got the greatest leader in the entire world right now. All right? And he's not perfect. He's not perfect. But you show me one better. You show me one better in the whole entire world right now.
They use God for political purposes. They want to make school a church. They lie about going to war. They talk about Powell, and Powell isn't even a Republican anymore. He doesn't trust them either. They wouldn't take his word for it, and that's why we're in Iraq.
Mind our military. They don't stand for anything but socialism.
What does Bush stand for, Fried? What does Bush stand for? What do Republicans stand for? Huh? They use the name of God in vain and for political purposes. Oh, they're good God-fearing people, all right. They're full of shit.
Do liberals ever tell the truth?
You know, it's amazing. They lie about going to war, and I got proof. I mean, he was even going to bomb Al Jazeera, for crying sake. I mean, everybody in the world knows that Bush is a liar, but Fried believes that she can trust Bush. I mean, everybody in the world knows that.
The whole time they were in office, the Democrats got Social Security for old people. They got Medicare for old people. They got Medicaid for poor people. The Democrats have stood up for people that have been...
Hello.
I'm sick of Republicans saying that the Democrats don't stand for anything, because the Democrats stand for getting people that don't have health insurance, that don't have Social Security, that don't have anything. They stand for getting those people their benefits and their rights. And they didn't even have the right to vote until it was for liberals and Democrats who stood up for their right to vote. So this girl that's sitting up here and yelling against you right now, if it wasn't for Democrats, she wouldn't even have the right to say a fucking thing.
Well, look at the Republicans. They give you a tax cut 1 minute and borrow from China the next minute. So if you look at it, they ain't give you nothing. As a matter of fact, you're going to pay double what they gave you because you owe more. So I don't know about the Republicans and this trickle-down economy that they talk about, because in the end, you're going to pay. You're going to pay out your nose. So I don't know what else they stand for. What? Morals? Well, they're not moral, because Bush is a liar. Oh, they're religious? Well, use the name of God for religious purposes and to gain power. That's about it.
Wise, you're absolutely right. You look at the gospel of Jesus, he says, whatsoever you do to the least of my people, that you do unto me. If you look at Isaiah 58, did you feed me when I was hungry? Did you give me water when I was thirsty? Did you give me shelter when I was homeless? And look what the Republicans have done. They've cut food stamps, they've cut veterans benefits, they've cut child lunch programs. They've cut child lunch programs. They've cut every single thing that the poorest and the least of our people have relied on in this country. That's what the Republicans have cut. And in the meantime, they've given the most luxurious benefits to the richest people in the form of tax cuts. I mean, these people are sick. These people fucking hate the poor, they hate the sick, they hate the people that actually rely on federal government benefits, which I think that if we're a good society, we should be able to give people. If we're a good society, we should be able to give people. But Republicans don't believe in being a good society. They believe in being a greedy society. They believe in, if it's not for me, then I don't care about it. And I need another tax cut because I make $250,000 a year. Here's what happened this year. They just cut $50 billion in benefits for Medicare, Medicaid, student loans. Student loans. They cut $14.3 billion from student loans. They want Americans to be stupid. Because if you're stupid, if you don't pay attention, if you don't pay attention, you can be easily brainwashed by the Republican Party.
Fellow Americans, I purchased a new computer for my office. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't understand these computers. Now I'm told that once it gets up and running, that I'll be able to get on the internet. Once there, I'll be able to search for any person and hit the delete key and delete that person. That's my understanding. I could enter, for example, Kim Jong-il, then hit the delete key, he's gone. Any computer can do this, but only the president has the authority. Only.
Good impression, I gotta say that. I do have to say that. That guy was pretty good.
That's right. Fuck the Bush.
No, I appreciate the question. Freedom is marching. Freedom's been marching hard all summer, so Freedom had to take a break, and Freedom's at the Denny's getting a moon on a hammy. But Freedom's on the march. Freedom's marching hard, and God, that fucking George Bush is such an idiot. He can't even speak English. Most of the time, he's just such a fucking moron. And I can't believe these people who call themselves Americans who stand up and defend this fucking mass-murdering, butcher, fascist, fucking piece of shit president. I mean, he is a piece of shit. He is a fascist, murdering, mass-murdering piece of shit killer. And these people that stand up and say, oh yeah, he's doing a good job, oh, he's good president. I can't believe that they can even look themselves in the mirror. No, I I appreciate that. And freedom is on the march. We're making progress, and progress is good. And I'm gonna go on vacation for more vacation days than any president in history. Did I mention history? History. Freedom and progress on the march in history. I think that by attacking Iraq, even though we didn't go after Al Qaeda, I think that that's a good thing. We're going to need to be steadfast and resolved. And in our resolve and our steadfastness, we just need to be
What's wrong with you?
I hate George Bush. He's such a fine. And we're gonna keep marching. The wave of freedom ebbs and flows, and we're just gonna stay resolved. We're just gonna stay resolved in Iraq. I'm gonna go ride my bike, and hopefully I don't fall off my bike. And then I'm going to go eat some pretzels, and hopefully I don't choke on those pretzels like I did about 2 years ago. Basically, I'm a fucking idiot, and I shouldn't be president, and I never won the presidency because, God, is Bush an idiot? Who can possibly think that George Bush is actually a smart president and he's like doing a good job? Which one of you fucking idiots actually thinks that George Bush is a good president? Come on! We have record high terrorism all around the world. According to the United States State Department, we have record terrorism all around the world. The stock market has only gone up by 5%, and until about 2 months ago, it has been down. It's actually been lower. 5.2 million people have lost their health insurance. 6 million people have shrunk into poverty since George Bush has been president. How can you people say that George Bush is a good president? Give me...
Fuck you. I've had it up to here. You and your polls, your protests, your complaint letters, your news reports. You don't like me, I don't like you either. To hell with you. You deserve everything you get. You deserve your hurricanes. You deserve to be poor. You deserve whatever terrorists are going to do to you. By the way, I got no idea what they're going to do. We got no fucking clue. We spent a lot of money, and we just made a lot of more government bureaucracy. And we're as clueless as we were the day we came out of the womb. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, really? Why? Why do I sound like an idiot, but George Bush sounds smart? Tell me why George Bush sounds smart and why I sound like an idiot. Please tell me that.